Good morning, children. Today we'll be starting the final term portion, and the topic for today is subject-verb agreement, which is given on page number 16, chapter 9 of your grammar books. Now, what is the subject-verb agreement? It means subjects and verb must agree. Agree means match with one another in number, which means if the subject is singular, the verb must also be singular, and if a subject is plural, the verb must also be plural. Now, what are singular subjects and plural subjects? What are singular verbs and plural verbs? We will study in this chart. Before that, let me tell you that in English grammar, we have got three persons: first person, second person and third person. In first person singular, we have the pronoun I, and the plural of I is we. In the second person singular, we have you, and in the plural we have you. Third person singular, we have he, she, it or any name, and in plural we have they. Now children, you have seen that when we add s to any noun, then it becomes plural. But it is not the same with the verbs. Why? Because if the verbs end with an s, then it is a singular, and if the verbs end without an s, then it is plural. We have got some more helping verbs which change their form from singular to plural. Now what are they? Let's see. Is singular and the plural of is are. In the same way, was is singular and the plural of was is were. Has is singular and the plural of has is have. Now let's study through these examples how the subjects agree with the verbs. Now before I start with an example, let me tell you that in English grammar we have some exceptionals. And what are those exceptionals? Exceptionals are those which do not follow the rule. And in this subject-verb agreement, we have got two person which is in singular, that is I and you. In spite of being singular, they always take plural verb. Why? Because they are exceptional. They don't follow the rule. So, we see that only the third person singular, that is he, she, it or any name, they only take singular verb. Even helping verb is singular and the main root verb is also singular. Now in rest of the person and number, we see that they all take plural verb. Can't you see? Now let's read one by one. In first person singular, we have an example with an auxiliary verb, or you can say helping verb. I have a book. I is singular, but we have plural verb. As I told you that they do not follow the rule I and you. In the same way, we have the main root verb also. I play cricket. I is singular, but the verb is plural because it is an exception to the rule. Now let's see how they change their form in the plural. We have a book. Now here we see that we, which is plural in subject, has got helping verb have, which is also plural. So it is matching with this subject is matching with the verb. In the same way we see we play cricket. We is plural and the root verb play is also plural because it does not end with an S. And verbs, as I told you, without an S is plural. And verbs with an S is singular. Now let's come to the second person. Second person, you have this example. You have a book. You is singular, but have is plural. As I have told you earlier that they are exceptional, so they have plural verb. In the same way, you have with the main root verb also. You play cricket. You is singular, play is plural. Now let's see here in the plural form. You all have a book. Here you is also plural and have is also plural. Again here you all play cricket. You all is plural, play is also plural. Now see the third person. Here we have he has a book. Now he is singular, has is also singular. Now let's take the next example with the main root verb. He plays cricket. Now he is singular and plays is also singular as it ends with an S. Now let's see how they change in the plural. They have a book. They is plural, have is plural. They play cricket. Here they is also plural and play is also plural. So we see that leaving this third person singular, all the other persons, they all take plural verbs. So, subject, if it is singular, it must take singular verb. Subject, which are plural, must take plural verb. And exceptionals are I and you. In spite of being singular, they always take plural verb. That's all for today. In the next class, I'll teach you some more rules of subject-verb agreement. Till then, stay safe, stay happy and keep learning. Thank you.